as we are getting ready for that third qualifying session. Tonight, well, this afternoon, we will be having round number 1 elimination right after our opening ceremonies. Opening ceremonies, I do believe, 4:30, well, 4 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Eastern. All right, we got the dragger out there smoothing out that track. Nice smooth layer of rubber. Got our traction compound sprayer down there. Did a quick little blurb for our live stream brought to you by Summit Racing Equipment, UEM Parts. I want to thank them for their sponsorship of the live stream. And yeah, just a reminder that for those of you that are in venue, we do have all of our concession stands down there, so be sure to check them out, grab a bite to eat. Got nice cold beverages for when the temperature climbs, and of course, we do got the adult beverages. Be sure to swing on down and pick up some of that Xtreme Raceway Park apparel. And just a reminder, we do have the Midwest Drag Racing Series trailer here this week, in merchandise trailer. All things Midwest Drag Racing Series. Be sure to pick that up. Here's one of the shirts I really like down there. It says, "Run your car, not your mouth." What a bold statement it is. So as we get ready to wrap it up here, the moment you see water go down into the water box, that is the signature telltale sign that those crews are getting ready to light them up. We're here for speed. We're here for horsepower. And I'll tell you what, it's loud and proud here in Texas with Pro Modified. Want to thank Stroud Safety and Equipment sponsoring the category. Third qualifying session coming at us next. All right, well, traction compound going down onto the track right now. I'll tell you what, though, that wind, you see how much that wind is carrying that glue over the track right now. That's just kind of the residual spray, the majority of the spray getting onto the track surface. And I'll tell you what, these Pro Mods are going to need it. We want to see them hook up solid A to B runs right down the middle. Right now, doing just that quick update. The wind speed has increased out of the southeast at 17 mile an hour. We're now at 71.9 degrees. Density altitude has climbed to 1,522 feet. Dew point now sitting at 52. So, once we get that traction compound down, water goes down into the water box, and Pro Mod will be lighting it up. All right, water going down into the water box. Pro Modified. Shroud Safety Pro Modified rolling up to that ready line now. They are all hooked up, just waiting to turn and burn. High horsepower. Right now, so far, the number one qualifier, Sean Ellington, better known as Murder Nova, sits in the top spot with a 3:59.3. Saw that top speed, 221 mile an hour. And right now, everyone chasing Sean. So this will be the final qualifying session. People making their stand right here. Trying to gain favor for round one elimination. Signal's been given. Fire them up. You guys ready for speed and horsepower? Because here it comes. It's Pro Modified. Rolls into the water. In the left lane, you got that J&A Service, Jim Whiteley out of Grand Junction, Colorado. The Why Not Racing 69 Camaro. As Jim is getting it backed up, you see Chris Russo's spotter walking out saying, hey, just back, slow down just a little bit. Trying to keep him straight into the groove. He's saying, go to the right, straight. Chris Russo out of Cedar, New Jersey. It is a 1969 Chevy Chevelle, brought to you by DMPE. Tell you right now, Russo, multiple national event winner. We saw Russo yesterday, kept spinning the tires, ended up having the low ET with all the tire spinach with a 477. Russo trying to make the car hook up solid A to B and jump a number of spots right now. Jim Wiley currently sits number 9 on the list. Wiley with that 402. Looking to improve drastically right here, right now for this final qualifying session. Shroud Safety Pro Modified. Getting ready to launch. And a huge jump out of Chris Russo. Gets off the line, but he has to get off throttle. Jim Whiteley just runs right around him, still pedaling it. And Whiteley will get down to the top end first with a 443. You saw Whiteley get a couple hundred feet down track, and all of a sudden the tire started to spin and turn right just a little bit. The moment Whiteley lifted, he said, you know what? We'll settle the car back down, got right back in it. Still takes it down with a 121 mile an hour run. A tough break for Chris Russo right now, who will stay currently number 11. And we will get them cleared off the top end of the track. And there's the hand signal to fire them up. Next pair, Pro Mods coming at us next. And they are rolling it forward. Keith Haney coming at us in the fill trailer sales lane. The left side, that's right, the Black Mama is here. You know his name, the three-time winner and the 2020 JVRC out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Haney gets the door open, immediately going to try to cool it down, clear it out. Ron Minix, the M&M transmission, Stroud Safety, 68 Firebird, backing up from the 330 there. And right now, Ron sits in the number 10 spot, right behind Jim Whiteley. Well, Keith Haney kept breaking loose, and Haney going to try to make a statement right here, right now. Keith Haney currently sits coming into this third qualifying session in the number 13 spot. Where will Haney line up? We're about to find out. You look at the wrap on the Black Mamba there. I'll tell you the official wrap for the Midwest Drag Racing Series brought to you by Kryptonite Customs. Little nitrous burst coming out of Haney as we look over to Ron Minnick's car. You have the stars and stripes on the top of that M&M transmission, Stroud safety car. They're staging it up now. Last one in to arm the timing system. Who will it be? Oh, they staged it at the same time. Haney is gone. Minnick's having an issue, and Haney 367, 206 mile per hour. And I'll tell you right now, that just moved Haney from at least the number 13 spot up into the number 4 spot. Right now, Ron Minnick's having an issue. They're going to push him back off the line here. Not sure what happened there. But a solid A to B run out of Keith as he gets off track, comes back down the return road. So once we get Ron cleared, we will bring up our next pair. Once again, this is the third qualifying session in Stroud Safety Pro Modified. Just a reminder tonight, 4 o'clock Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. Opening ceremonies with round 1 elimination in Stroud Safety Pro Mod coming up at 4:30. Well, now that we got Ron cleared from the start line there, we're firing up our next pair. All right. We got Mike LeBate over there in the 68 Firebird, Angry Bird, Dino Edge. Homes by LeBate Elite Construction on the sponsorship there. Mike's out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, going to go down track against Callie Mills. Or Callie Mills out of Sand, Oklahoma. Got that 68 Camaro brought to you by Stroud Safety, Renegade Fuel, and American Pride. I want to thank all the sponsors. Just checking that wheelie bar height right now. Driver's just waiting for the front spotter to roll them up. Callie's from Sand Spring, Oklahoma. Or Sand Springs, there we go. I want to thank my backup, Randy, helping me out from the rocketing past the 330. Mills has to get off throttle. Michael LeBate gets down there with a 385.5, 200 mile an hour. Mills, unfortunately, right after the 330, had to roll off throttle, runs a 424, goes through the finish line at 125 on the speed. And Michael LeBate, best run so far was a 379, so that 385 will keep Mike LeBate in the number 8 spot. Right now, Ryan Bush rolling up in the left lane. That left lane brought to you by Phil's Trailer Sales. Bush out of Fort Smith, Arkansas. And right now, Ryan Hayward kind of putting his hand out saying, hey, spotter, get back here. Got that 69 Chevy Camaro brought to you by, what is that, Skagit Valley and Polaris? So 69 Camaro. All right. Looking like they're ready to roll up Ryan. Well, 2 Ryans. You got Ryan Hayward in the right lane, Ryan Bush in the left lane. Bush already rolling forward. Hayward spotter saying just hold a little bit longer, a little bit longer. Hayward is cleared to roll up. The gate to the finish line. Look at that. 363.9, 207 mile per hour. And that just moved, I believe, Hayward into the number 4 spot. We'll find out. You get that full tally by the end of this session. All right, attention in the pits. Attention in the pits. Calling to the staging lanes. Once again, top dragster, if you're not there, we need you in lanes 1, 2, and 3. The Icon Forge Pistons, top dragster, you need to be in the lanes 1, 2, and 3. Calling to the staging lanes, we need the compressed air supercharging top sportsman, 3rd qualifiers. We need you in 4, 5, and 6. Once again, top sportsman, 3rd qualifier, we need you in the lanes 4, 5, and 6. Right now, Kyle Dvorak in the left lane. Sean Ellington, you know him as a Murder Nova, in the right lane. Right now, Ellington sits at the top. Saw that 359 earlier. Ellington out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, in that 69 Camaro. Dvorak out of McHenry, Iowa. And they're both looking to improve from yesterday. Right now, Dvorak sits at the very end of the list because of breaking loose so many times yesterday. Boost is up. They are now in. Murder Nova rockets right down to the finish where the shoots out early. He runs 363.8, goes 218 mile per hour. Murder Nova stays in the top spot with that previous 359.3. Kyle Dvorak having an issue where he had to roll off throttle. Goes through the boards with a 706.8. And Sean Ellington driving Keith Haney's Camaro there. Tell you what, though, loving Pro Mod. Right now, back on the ready line. I hear him firing up. Next pair coming at us. And just a reminder, we do need top sportsmen. The lanes 4, 5, and 6. Chris Giuliano out of Iberia, Missouri. Got the 1967 Mustang. Aaron Wells out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Got the 1967 Shelby GT. Wells, your 2019 Midwest champion. Well, right now we see a issue going on there in the right lane with Wells. Chris Giuliano going to be making a left lane single hit here. Tough break for Wells, who sat number 3 on the list, was going to try to improve it, but he's getting pushed off the start line. Here we go. Giuliano going to try to climb from the number 12 spot. Hook up, solid A to B. How many places can Giuliano jump? Let's find out. .377, 197 mile an hour. And I'll tell you right now, that'll move Giuliano from the number 12 spot to at least the number 7 spot. Number 7, number 8, somewhere in there. So, yeah, we got a lot of improvements today, this third qualifying session.
It's just a perfect day out there today.
Well, a tough break for Aaron Wells, who's going to take it back to the pit, find out exactly what is up, and get ready for round 1 elimination coming up this afternoon. Once again, opening ceremonies at 4. Round 1 elimination at 4:30. That is all local time. It'll be 5 and 5:30 Eastern time. So right now, I'll tell you, this is actually a great example. When you look at a lot of the rules and a lot of the safety devices, the oil retention device on Aaron Wells's car there caught everything there on the starting line. The rods came out. I mean, it was hatched. Nothing leaked onto the track, and that is exactly why, imagine, we would have had to have a cleanup. But you know what? Those oil retention devices, this is exactly a prime example of how they and why they work. So right now, we are just going to get Wells pulled through and get our next pair up. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. This will be a single run here. Robert Costa out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Costa coming into third qualifying session, sat number 5 on the list. We saw Costa's best ET so far was a 367.6. Costa looking to improve on that right now. If Costa can beat a 3.666, could climb a spot. All right, bring it up just a little bit. Spotter says, all right, let's inch it forward. Let's do this. Getting down to the top end, 367.7, 204 mile an hour. And will maintain the current position. Right now, we are going to get Costa's already cleared off the top end. Looking back here as they're getting ready to fire up. I do believe we're going to have another left lane single pass here. And this should be closing out Stroud Safety Pro Modified third qualifier. Coming at us next will be the 450 Index motorcycles. Here he is, Keith Goolsby. He's out of Branson, Missouri, the 1969 Camaro. That Camaro brought to you by PSI Superchargers, Champion Auto Lift. And just look at the side corner profile of that Pro Mod. Absolutely beautiful. Got the SS badge there on the front. And right now, Keith Goolsby sat number 4 coming into this with that 3.666. See if we can't gain a couple thousandths, maybe even a couple hundredths of a second. Well, let's find out. Looking solid. Finish line says 369, 198 mile an hour. So you look at the temperature and humidity and everything right now. Might not be the perfect for picking up speed and time. However, I'll tell you what, once they get into elimination rounds, and if they go rounds right after sunset and it starts cooling off, they'll be going quicker and quicker. So right now, that will wrap up the third qualifying session of our Stroud Safety Pro Modified category. Coming